Section 9, customizing the layout design. Customizing the layout design, you have to be very careful because this is a very sensitive area that when you touch, it will reflect straight away on your site, and people can very easily criticize or find mistakes in there. The layout design can be your page structure, i.e., I can change the heading, for example, or I can change the footer of my page, or I can actually change the settings of my page. For example, I wanted this page down, or I want this page about to be a sub page, that type of thing. So this is what you have to bear in mind. The page structure is one thing. Also, I want to show you in here in the actual page itself, the three dots in here on each page, you have settings and you have a layout. For example, if you don't want to have any header or footer, you just click on this and you can see it will reflect straight away when you preview, it will disappear. So that's also changing the page layout. The second thing I would like to talk to you and draw your attention to when we talk about the layout design is the actual objects that you have on your page. When I say object, I mean this text, for example, or the image itself, how they behave. For example, if I go to preview and you will see the image itself, it moves horizontally and the text comes that way and it's got its own property, which I can change. So these are objects on your page that you can change them within the layout when you talk about the layout design option of the actual behavior of your objects on the page. Okay, let's go to this text, for example, and watch carefully that in here we have settings and we have layouts and we have design. Okay, now in here, if I go, for example, to the layout, it will tell you that the text that you highlighted is actually indented in this way on the left hand side. What about if I want to move it to the right hand side? Here it is. What about if I wanted to in the middle? It does exactly what you see. That's what I mentioned before, WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Okay? Now, I love this tool. Now, this is number one. Other thing that I wanted to show you in here is the design, right? The design in here. So this is what we mean by the objects on your page. Now, for the time being, we have, as I showed you earlier, everything moves horizontally. But what about if I want to do some customization? What about if I want just to select this one? See what's happening. Can you see the difference? So you are really in control. Now, when you actually do that, you just view it, and if you are happy with it and you like the design, yeah, okay. So you will be practicing a lot with this, and you will be changing a lot the design aspects and the layout aspects of your page. And we have very interesting option in here. When you click on the settings, watch out for the actual text where it says in here when checked. So it's asking you what do you want to actually the user to do when he or she clicks on this particular. For the time being, you can actually leave it as it is. They all in a pop-up. This is nice because this is how it is at the moment. If you look at it, if I click on this one, and this is what it means, but you can always change that. We can select a link to go to or do nothing. Last thing I want to talk about here before I close this lecture is the customization the uh, of the layout design when you actually want to include, for example, a different item like photo album or a gallery to your site. So let's do that. Now I can go to create a new page, and let's call it for example a photo album, and this photo album I want to actually be able to put photos in there, but I want to use this Wix to borrow something from the library, and I want to go and change to make all that relevant to my site, because now I'm dealing with actual fashion shoe or fashion design site. So in this case, I just find all that irrelevant. So I remove all that and I get nice ladies instead in here. So add images. You can see from the Wix we had her before. So let's go for somebody that we actually knew once. So this one's a little bit different. So let's get a man this time, and a nice Japanese lady, and one with the swimming costume. This one we had before. No, we don't. We didn't. Okay, so let's go for, okay, and another young man in here. One is um, okay. This one is a bit okay. Anyway, you know what I mean. Just adding photos. All right, done. Now let's have a look in here at the preview. Voila. If I click, for example, on this one, you can see you can actually change the behavior. You can tell it, as we showed before. You click on it and you can navigate the user to somewhere else. Here it is. And the actual gallery has been established nicely. And this is something that you actually can do it yourself. As we said, there's another way of doing this where you can actually borrow or go to the actual ad application, which will explore this later on. Ad application and see what is on offer, whether from Wix or from third-party supplier within Wix. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.